Title: 12 Stoic Principles for Life. Listen to this, they will prioritize you. Have you ever wondered why, in a world overflowing with advice on how to live your best life, we still find ourselves grappling with feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and unfulfillment? It's like we're all on this relentless quest for happiness, yet it often feels just out of reach. This conundrum reminds me of a powerful Stoic idea. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Think about that for a moment. How many of our worries, fears, and what-ifs never actually come to pass? Yet they weigh on us, shaping our reality more than the actual events of our lives. Today, we're diving deep into this concept, not just to philosophize about life's complexities, but to uncover practical Stoic strategies that can help us navigate our modern world's challenges. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that emphasizes virtue, wisdom, and control over one's emotions, has surprisingly relevant solutions for our contemporary lives. It teaches us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we have the power to control our reactions and to find strength and contentment from within. So if you're tired of feeling like happiness is a distant shore, or if you're just curious about how ancient wisdom can be applied to modern life's hustle and bustle, you're in the right place. Let's explore together how to build a life not just of fleeting pleasures, but of lasting fulfillment and peace. A life where challenges don't unsettle us because we're anchored in something deeper. Stay tuned as we uncover timeless Stoic principles that promise not just to change the way you think, but the way you live. And before we dive into these life-changing principles, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay with us throughout this entire video without skipping a part. Because every moment of this journey could be the key to unlocking a more serene and purposeful life for you. Imagine your life as a beautiful, intricate garden. You're the gardener here. While it's wonderful to have visitors, friends, family, significant others, remember this garden is fundamentally yours. It's your sanctuary, your creation, and your responsibility. Now, what happens if you start focusing all your attention on one single visitor, neglecting the flowers, the trees, and the rest of the garden? The beauty fades, the plants wither, and your garden loses its essence. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of self-reliance and inner tranquility. By depending too heavily on someone else for our happiness or sense of worth, we give away our power and destabilize our inner garden. It doesn't mean we shouldn't love deeply or care passionately. On the contrary, it means we should love from a place of strength, not dependency. It's about cherishing others while maintaining our self-sufficiency and inner peace. Consider the Stoic concept of focusing on what's within our control. Your thoughts, your choices, your responses. These are your domain. When you make someone else the center of your universe, you place your happiness in their hands, something you can't control. It's a precarious position that can lead to disappointment and heartache. So how do you implement this rule? It starts with a mindset shift. Recognize your worth and your capacity for self-fulfillment. Cultivate your interests, nurture your talents, and take responsibility for your happiness. When you do this, not only do you become more resilient, but your relationships also become more balanced and healthy. You engage with others from a position of abundance, not lack. Don't make someone the most important thing in your life because you are the most important person in your life. Not in a narcissistic way, but in a profoundly self-respecting way. Love others, enjoy their company, share your journey, but never lose sight of your own path. After all, a strong, content, and self-reliant individual makes the best friend, partner, and family member because they interact with the world not out of neediness, but out of wholeness. That's the Stoic way, and it's a path to deeper satisfaction and more meaningful connections. In our digital age of oversharing, where every thought and moment seems to be broadcasted, there's a refreshing, almost rebellious allure to retaining a bit of mystery. Think about your favorite book or movie. Part of what draws you in is the unfolding, the gradual revelation of characters and stories. Now apply that to yourself. You are a narrative in progress, a composition of thoughts, experiences, and dreams. When you keep some things to yourself, you invite others to tune in, to engage, to wonder, and to participate actively in the unfolding of your story. Stoicism teaches us about the power of introspection and self-containment. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "He who does not wish to be overly known has more time to reflect." By holding back a little, you create a space for self-reflection and personal growth. You're not a reality show broadcasted 24/7, but a selective sharing of your life's episodes, chosen with thought and intention. Now, being mysterious doesn't mean being deceptive or elusive. It's about discerning what you share and with whom. It's recognizing that your personal journey, your inner thoughts, and your deepest reflections need not be public domain. They are your sacred space, your inner citadel, as the Stoics would say. When you safeguard that space, you not only maintain your dignity and self-respect, but you also cultivate a persona that intrigues and attracts. People are naturally drawn to those who possess depth, those who are like uncharted territories, waiting to be discovered. So how do you practice this? Start small. Next time you're about to share something, pause and ask, is this for me to keep or is it to share? Respect your own privacy as you would respect others. Cultivate your inner world, your personal projects, hobbies, and reflections without feeling the need to exhibit everything. Remember, a little mystery goes a long way in fostering respect, curiosity, and engagement in the dance of communication. If you're always leading, always initiating, you might miss out on the subtle cues and rhythms of the other person. It's like being a musician so focused on playing your own tune that you don't notice the orchestra around you. The Stoics remind us that there's wisdom in listening, in observing, and in allowing space for others to come forward. They teach us that our actions, including our communications, should be intentional and mindful, not reactive or driven by the need for validation or fear of silence. Think about it. When you're always the first to reach out, you might inadvertently place yourself in a position of waiting for a reply, for acknowledgement, for reciprocation. This can create an imbalance, not just in the relationship, but in your own mind, fostering a sense of dependency or even insecurity. Stoicism encourages us to find contentment within ourselves, to be self-sufficient and at peace even in solitude. By not always initiating, you practice this independence. You allow yourself the opportunity to be approached, to be sought out, and in doing so, you cultivate your own sense of self-worth and autonomy. Moreover, when you step back a bit, you offer others the chance to step up. Relationships, after all, are two-way streets. They require mutual effort and engagement. By not always being the one to start the conversation, you create a space for the other person to express their interest and investment in the relationship. This can lead to a more balanced, reciprocal dynamic where both parties feel valued and heard. So, how can you apply this in your daily interactions? Begin by observing your own communication patterns. Notice when the impulse to reach out is driven by habit or anxiety, rather than genuine desire to connect. When you feel that urge, take a moment, pause, and give the other person space to come forward. Engage in your own interests and activities. Immerse yourself in your thoughts or your work, and allow communication to arise naturally without force or expectation. The Stoics were big on the concept of living virtuously, being just, temperate, courageous, and wise. These aren't just lofty ideals, they're practical guides for how we show up in the world. When you cultivate a presence grounded in these virtues, you naturally exude a sense of respect and dignity. People are drawn to those who know themselves, who are unwavering in their principles, and who act with consistency and integrity. But how do you build this kind of presence? It starts with self-awareness. Know your values, your principles, and your goals. Reflect on the kind of person you want to be and how you want to be remembered. Then bring those reflections into your daily actions. Be the person who listens intently, who speaks thoughtfully, and who acts with purpose. Show up fully, whether in a conversation, a project, or a casual interaction. Be fully present and engaged, offering your undivided attention and respect to the moment and the people around you. Additionally, Stoicism teaches us about the power of self-control and discipline. Cultivate these traits within yourself. When you demonstrate mastery over your impulses and reactions, you command respect. It's the calm in the storm, the steady hand, and the clear mind that people are often drawn to, especially in times of chaos and uncertainty. But remember, this isn't about putting on a facade or playing a role. It's about being authentically you, just the best version of you. It's about aligning your outer actions with your inner values, and in doing so, inspiring others to recognize and respect your authenticity and integrity. In practical terms, start small. Practice patience in moments of frustration, offer kindness when it's easier to be indifferent, and show up for people when they need you. Over time, these actions accumulate, shaping how others see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. This concept is deeply resonant, especially in today's fast-paced, always connected world. It speaks to the Stoic principle of valuing and making the most of our fleeting time, understanding that each moment we're given is a precious gift not to be squandered. Stoicism, at its heart, encourages us to live with intention and purpose, reminding us that while we cannot control the length of our lives, we can control its depth and richness. So what does it mean to cherish your time and not always be on standby? It means recognizing that your time is your own and it's finite. It's understanding that being perpetually available or constantly connected doesn't equate to being productive or fulfilled. In fact, it can often lead to the opposite, feeling drained, distracted, and distanced from what truly matters. To cherish your time is to guard it wisely, to be discerning about how and with whom you spend it. It's about prioritizing activities and relationships that add value and meaning to your life, rather than filling your days with tasks or engagements that don't truly resonate with your core values. The Stoics would urge us to focus on our agency, to make choices that align with our highest good, and to act with purpose and deliberation. But how do you put this into practice? Start by conducting an audit of your typical day or week. Where are you spending your time? Are there activities or commitments that feel more obligatory than joyful or meaningful? Begin to set boundaries. It's okay to say no. It's more than okay. It's essential for your well-being and growth. Moreover, cherish your time by being fully present in whatever you're doing. When you're working, give it your full attention. When you're with loved ones, be truly with them, not half listening while you check your phone. Engage deeply with your hobbies, interests, and passions. Live each moment fully, as the Stoics advocate, focusing on the present rather than being lost in worries about the past or future. This isn't just about fleeting moments of happiness or external pleasures. It's about nurturing a deep, enduring sense of contentment and well-being that comes from within, resonating with the Stoic belief that true joy is self-sourced and not dependent on external circumstances. So why focus on inner joy? Well, think about it. Life is unpredictable, filled with ups and downs. If our happiness hinges on what's happening around us, we're on a constant roller coaster, aren't we? The Stoics teach us that while we can't control everything that happens in life, we can control our responses. By cultivating inner joy, we create a stable, resilient foundation that helps us face life's challenges with equanimity and grace. But how do you cultivate this inner joy? First, it's about understanding yourself, knowing what brings you peace, fulfillment, and satisfaction beyond surface-level pleasures. Is it spending time in nature, engaging in creative pursuits, learning new things, or helping others? Identify these joy bringers and make them a regular part of your life. Second, practice gratitude. It's a concept often mentioned, but truly powerful. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective, recognizing the abundance in our lives. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about appreciating the good amidst the challenges, fostering a mindset that finds reasons to be joyful even on tough days. Additionally, Stoicism encourages us to live according to our values and principles. When our actions align with our beliefs, we experience a sense of integrity and harmony that is deeply satisfying. So reflect on your values.